On March 11th, the amphibious assault ship USS Tripoli departed Okinawa, Japan, carrying 2,200 Marines from the 31st Marine Expeditionary Unit. It sailed south through the Luzon Strait, past Taiwan through the South China Sea, and was tracked by ship spotters transiting the Strait of Malacca on March 17th, heading west toward the Persian Gulf. 8 days later, on March 19th, the USS Boxer slipped out of San Diego Bay before dawn. Aboard, 2,500 Marines from the 11th Marine Expeditionary Unit, Camp Pendleton's premier rapid response force. 2 escort ships followed, the amphibious transport dock USS Portland and the dock landing ship USS Comstock. 3 warships carrying a self-contained invasion force deployed 3 weeks ahead of schedule. 2 amphibious assault groups, 6 warships, 5,000 Marines, converging on the same body of water from 10,000 miles apart. And the Pentagon's only comment was, "We will not speculate on future force posture," but the force posture is already visible. From the east, Tripoli pushes through the Indian Ocean. Escorted by the guided missile cruiser USS Robert Smalls and the destroyer USS Rafael Peralta. From the west, Boxer crosses the Pacific with Portland and Comstock in formation. Both groups carry stealth fighters. Both groups carry F-35B Lightning II stealth fighters. Both carry MV-22 Osprey tiltrotors. They carry attack helicopters, amphibious assault vehicles, hovercraft, and a full infantry battalion of Marines. Marines trained in beach assault, island seizure, and littoral warfare, preparing for the largest concentration of power in years. Military analysts estimate the Tripoli group will reach the Gulf by late March and the Boxer group by mid-April. The largest concentration of Marine amphibious power in the Middle East since the invasion of Iraq in 2003. And they will join a force that is already massive. 50,000 American service members are currently deployed across the region. The USS Abraham Lincoln Carrier Strike Group operates in the Arabian Sea, launching daily airstrikes against Iranian targets. Components of the USS Gerald R. Ford Strike Group remain in the theater despite the carrier being sent to Crete for repairs. A third carrier group, led by the USS George H.W. Bush, is steaming toward the Mediterranean. 2 littoral combat ships, the USS Tulsa and USS Santa Barbara, have been spotted in Singapore, likely heading for minesweeping operations in the Strait of Hormuz. The buildup is undeniable. Since February 28th, the US and Israel have been waging Operation Epic Fury. Over 7,000 targets have been struck. Iran's air force has been grounded. Over 100 naval vessels have been destroyed. Air defense networks dismantled. Senior leadership have been killed. Military production facilities have been bombed. Air defense networks dismantled. On March 13th, Trump announced that U.S. forces had obliterated over 90 military targets on Karg Island. And yet 3 weeks into the campaign, one problem remains unsolved. The Strait of Hormuz is still closed. Through that gap flows 20% of the world's daily oil supply. Shipping has collapsed to just 5 ships a day. Oil prices have surged past $110 a barrel. The Treasury Department calculates $11 billion in direct losses. Iran's strategy is elegant in its simplicity. The IRGC Navy deployed a layered maritime denial system. Shore-based anti-ship missiles line the coast in dispersed and camouflaged locations, nearly impossible to eliminate from air. Fast attack boats operate from concealed coves, capable of swarming any vessel that enters the strait. Mines seeded in lanes. Iranian-controlled islands serve as forward operating bases for drones and missile teams. Air power alone cannot solve this. You cannot sweep mines from 30,000 feet. You cannot secure a shipping lane with a precision-guided bomb. You cannot hold an island with a fighter jet. That is what Marines do. 5,000 of them are now converging. The Tripoli is an America-class ship, the newest in the Navy, optimized for aviation. It flies the Green Knight's F-35Bs. Marine Fighter Attack Squadron 121, the Green Knights, flies stealth fighters with vertical takeoff capability, same as full carriers. Tripoli's aviation element also includes MV-22B Ospreys from Marine Medium Tiltrotor Squadron 265 and Seahawks. The Boxer is a Wasp-class ship, older but larger, with a well deck that the Tripoli lacks. That well deck is critical. It holds landing craft air cushion hovercraft that can deposit tanks and armored vehicles onto a beach at 40 knots. The Boxer group can launch a full amphibious assault with vehicles, armor, and Marines hitting the shore simultaneously. Tripoli provides air dominance. Boxer provides the heavy ground assault. One brings the hammer, the other the anvil. Military analysts have identified 3 primary targets. The first is Karg Island, handling 90% of Iran's crude exports. Seizing it would collapse Iran's war economy overnight. Trump boasted of 90 military targets destroyed there on March 13th. But the oil infrastructure was deliberately left intact. You spare oil terminals if you plan to occupy. Intelligence prep is underway. U.S. Navy MQ-4C Triton drones have been tracked conducting surveillance flights over Karg Island daily. Assault prep is clear. When Trump was asked about Karg Island, he described reopening the strait as a simple military maneuver. He didn't deny it. Treasury Secretary Bessent said Navy escorts for tankers could begin soon, but shore-based missiles must be eliminated first. That is a ground mission. The second target involves the Iranian islands within the strait itself. Keshem Island is key. Neutralizing these islands would create a protected corridor under American naval control. This is what MEUs train for. This is precisely the type of island seizure operation that Marine Expeditionary Units train for year-round, ready for the call. The third scenario is a series of coastal raids along Iran's southern shore. Marines would conduct precision amphibious assaults. Hit, destroy, withdraw. Repeat along the coastline until the strait is clear. Precision and speed are the only ways forward. The 11th MEU's training at 29 Palms makes them ideally suited for this kind of rapid coastal strike operation. CENTCOM specifically requested both Marine Expeditionary Units to have Marines available to provide options for use. Another senior official was even more explicit. We have always had boots on the ground. The president is going to do what is right. Iran, for its part, is not waiting passively. The IRGC has pre-positioned its forces along the entire southern coastline. The Zagros Mountains contain underground facilities producing replacement missiles faster than American bombs can destroy them. Iran has struck the U.S. Embassy in Baghdad with drones, crisis spreading through the entire Middle East. Escalation is here. A drone missile deposited debris onto a building in central Dubai. Hezbollah has resumed cross-border fire against Israel. Hezbollah has resumed fire against Israel for the first time in over a year. The region is on edge of a total war. Iran declared the strait open to everyone except the U.S. and its allies. The blockade is selective and highly effective. And the American public is uneasy. 65% believe Trump will order a ground war. Only 7% support it. 13 American service members have already died. 200 have been wounded. Gas prices are climbing rapidly. Gas prices are climbing, and the war that was supposed to last weeks shows no sign of ending. The public pressure is building. Trump oscillates between escalation and retreat. On Friday, he posted they were winding down, but the boxer left port. Retired General James Mattis offered a sobering assessment. He said it is very unlikely that the Iranian regime falls. Terrain favors defender. The terrain favors the defender. The population is not welcoming. History provides no comfort for military intervention. But the ships continue to sail. The Marines continue to prepare. The two largest forces in 20 years are now converging. Converging on the narrow waters where 20% of the world's oil used to flow. From the east, Tripoli. From the west, Boxer. 5,000 Marines, 6 warships, F-35s, Ospreys, attack helicopters. Everything needed to force open a strait or seize an island. The only thing missing is the order, and the question is no longer whether it will come, but when. Before diplomacy or after. Because once those Marines hit the beach, there is no going back. Iraq taught us that. Vietnam taught us that. Afghanistan taught us that. But here we are again. 5,000 Marines, 2 assault ships, 1 strait, and a war further than anyone predicted. Now a question for you. Do you believe this is a show of force or the preparation for a ground operation that will change the Middle East? Drop your answer in the comments. Subscribe now and hit the notification bell. Stay ahead of what happens next. Because when 5,000 Marines arrive in the Persian Gulf, the next chapter begins, and you will want to see it unfold.